Riskin partners.
Hey there.
I love this setup. Where are you guys right now?
We are at 595 Picacho Lane, which is a listing we have right now for $14.9 million in the heart of Montecito.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's the four of us, and I grew up kind of in the business. My mom started our firm over 30 years ago, and then Sarah and Dina were partners of my mom back 16 years ago, and then Jasmine and I joined about 5 years ago. So yeah, we are like a big family, which is
what was your guys' secret to success during the pandemic?
You know, it seemed to us at the beginning of the year, the spring was slower, but then it all of a sudden kind of came on strong. And the biggest thing that I noticed is kind of a change in the demographic of people moving here. It used to be kind of people slowing down, retiring, maybe kind of downsizing. We saw a huge influx of young families. Los Angeles, San Francisco, everybody wanted to move here, enroll their children in the schools, which happened to be open, which was a blessing in Montecito, and live kind of the outdoor lifestyle. So that, I think, made a big impact on our market, just quality of life living here, and that you could work from home, as everybody learned this last year.
I was just going to also say, you asked part of the reason for our success last year. So part of it is that, yes, we had this new influx of different kinds of buyers coming to town, so we had more demand. But I would also say that what helped to make us successful, and therefore our clients successful, is the team dynamic. We did have an influx of buyers, and because we have four partners who know and concentrate on the Montecito market specifically, we were able to meet those. We were able to help all of those buyers find their property.
You guys you're kind of in this polyamorous.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
Very much so.
Yeah, I mean, I think what's a little bit different, I know there are a lot of teams out there where each team member has their own listings and their own buyers. We actually don't operate that way. We all work with all of our clients. And so, we'll have a point of contact maybe for an individual client, but we really brainstorm and work together for all of our clients' best interests. And I think, we like to say 4 heads are better than one. And I think that's proven, and then just how cohesive we are as a team and a group. We all are so aligned in terms of business and life, and I think all of that just helps us do the best that we can for our clients.
If you were to show a buyer a property, let's say they're on the fence about a parcel of land, how would you show the property? How would Riskin and Partners bring that home?
We're really walking people through what, obviously, the home and the spaces and what the experience is, but also, the land is so important here, and the views, and what is your topography like, how close are you to the villages, and talking about, what a blessing it is if you do want to walk your kids to school, or if you want to be able to just bike down to the beach. So all of those things really factor into making decisions about where to live here, and the different areas and different neighborhoods all have different pros that are really easy to focus on as well. We also do a lot of virtual staging. So that's something too where we've had a lot of success if maybe a home presents in one way, but we're seeing buyers that want a different aesthetic. We'll do virtual staging, and that's been really great at vacant parcels too, to help people understand, okay, here's what my dream could be like in 2 years when the house is finished.
Yes, I've been seeing that. It's funny you bring that up, because this conversation is coming up a lot. It's like, do we need staging anymore? Because virtual staging is having a moment, because people can't wait for the furniture, or the staging furniture arrives and they're like, it's dinged, and then you have to go back and forth. So what percentage of virtualist staging does Riskin and Partners do versus real staging?
It's a good question. We definitely prefer real staging, because you want the client to get to the house and actually have the same experience. But in some in some cases that's not available, perhaps. Right. So maybe 80% real staging, 20% virtual.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then what's cool with the virtual too is, I mean, we have a listing right now that has kind of a dated roof line, and several people have said, gosh, if you just chopped off that roof and made it straight, it would feel super contemporary and cool. And so we can go to our vendor and have them create that, and then you can really visualize it. So going beyond just staging, doing the 3D rendering for architectures has been really helpful.
Great. Well, that leads me to our next segment, which is our game, and we're going to play a very fun game called Guess the Connect. A long time ago, I got the privilege of doing PR for a friend's house, and Riskin and Partners was their realtor. So this might be before your time because it was 2016 is your first clue. And I'm going to have you guess the property that we did PR for. And to be fair, this got a lot of publicity. So I'm going to give you clues. Are you ready?
Let's do
Ready.
it.
And they didn't know this was coming, people. All right. It was 2016. It's on 10.5 acres. And
We know.
We know it. Know it.
Ding,
Ding, ding, ding.
what? No, I'm not done with my clues.
Okay.
I'm kidding. What property was it?
705 Toro Canyon.
Yes. And I can say who bought it because it was highly publicized. But you can't. It was a temple to indoor living built by Barton Myers, and it sold to many celebrities went and saw it, but it actually sold to Miss Natalie Portman, who came and saw it multiple times. And the funniest thing is Peter let me have my friends, let us stay there one weekend when they were out of town, and we just fell in love with it. We loved it so much.
That was a great property.
Lucky you.
Thank you so much for coming on. I can tell that you're a family. We can feel it from here. And when you get a chance, check out @Riskin Partners. Their houses are phenomenal, and you can lose yourself in living that Montecito dream.